Aloha Honolulu, Data here with episode 18 of the Honolulu Huskies Custom Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode. We are here in the Year 7 playoffs, coming off a record-breaking season for us here in Honolulu. We got 62 wins, a franchise high, but many players hit career highs in the points. Ellis Anderson, the first defenseman since Bobby Orr back in like 1974-75, I think, to win the Art Ross Trophy. He got 123 points. Duke Silver scored 119. Tolvanen 96. Rantanen 87. We had a great season. Career highs for Skylar Pellick, Trevor Wong. Alex Ovechkin is still here, getting it done at the age of 40. We had a great season here in Honolulu. And in my hoopla of being so excited in the last episode, when I was going back over it, I realized that there were a couple things that I missed. The first thing is that it would have been a good idea to try and get a better bottom six forward. Arthur Kaliev and Cole Lind, even Gail Redden here, they weren't the best wingers for our bottom six this season. Last year we had Giroux, Malkin, and Ovechkin here on the third line. It wouldn't have been a bad idea to try and pick up one of those guys who are probably on a one-year deal. I was so excited with the team though, and we were doing so well that I just flew through the trade deadline, and I said if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that could be a bit of a problem down the road, but you know, we had a crazy season here, and I'm confident in the team, even though our bottom six may not be the best. Also, like I said last episode, I forgot to trade back for Jyrki Engren from the Toronto Maple Leafs, so I'm gonna have to do that in the off-season coming up next episode. But for right now, we are the President's Trophy winning Honolulu Huskies. We are 9-1-0 coming into the playoffs in our last 10 games. We're up against the Coyotes. This could be a quick game, who knows, with the quick sims and the live sims. I know 2BC, I saw on his franchise mode recently, he had a really good team. I think his Bruins won the President's Trophy. He went into the simulations and he lost in the first round, but then he quick simmed it in the calendar twice and he won the cup twice. So that is a bit of a unfortunate thing that happens in NHL. Hopefully, obviously, we gotta have content, we gotta have storylines. So we're gonna go into every single game, which it hurts us, but we can't just fly through and be done in 5 minutes. But speaking of time frames, who knows? We might be done in 20 minutes if we lose in the first round. But I like to keep it a surprise by making the video always a guaranteed about at least an hour long or so that you know that it could have been anything. Could have been a first round exit, could have been a Stanley Cup Championship. So here we are, our fourth playoff berth in our 7th season here in the NHL. We're up against Jonathan Drouin and the Arizona Coyotes. They have a very good team like we saw in the last episode. First period, nothing's going on, but 2 late goals from Max Domi against a team that drafted him, and Eli Tolvanen as well with a great season. I'm so excited, I'm so burnt, I'm so fired up that I forgot to even look at their lines to remind you of who's on their team. So I'll do that, but here he is, Jonathan Drouin, the former Husky. Second period ends 2-1. Heading into the third, we're doubling their shots, and Ellis Anderson, the Art Ross Trophy winner, puts us up 3-1. We're outshooting them 32-17. We have a 2-goal lead halfway through the third period. Trying to just hang on to this. They had a quick 1-0 series lead with a win at home. And I think that's going to be all she wrote, boys. A 3-1 victory. David Riddick stood tall, but we get the win. Ellis Anderson, a goal and an assist. 22 saves from Ilya Samsonov, and a goal from Eli Tolvanen. So let's hop into the lines to show you who I have on the Coyotes. And you know what? I took it for granted that you knew what our lines were like. You saw the forwards, but here are the defense. Lindback, Anderson, Dumba, Riley, Kovalev, Janssen. And then in the goaltending category, Ilya Samsonov is our starter, Michael DiPietro is our backup, and we have a couple guys for scratches if necessary. So looking at the Coyotes lines now, they have a very nasty forward core, especially their top six. Nikita Lisson, who was the second overall pick, he's a sniper. Look at that shooting category, 99 accuracy on both slap shots and wrist shots. Barkov, Sveshnikov on the first line rounded out. Second line, Sam Reinhart, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and Jonathan Drouin. Then you have Camden Robbins, who was a second-round pick power forward, Blake Cullen, Jean-Luc Foudy, Brandon Lemieux, Jameson Reese, and Rocco Grimaldi, a former Honolulu Husky as well. Where did he go in his career after leaving Honolulu? He never even played with us. He was always in the minors. So he went to the NHL, got 21 points, 19 points, 19 points. All right, Rocco Grimaldi. Defense, Sandin Praiko. They have All solid defensemen, but no stars and no pigs either. They're all pretty capable. Then David Riddick, backed up by Louis Domingue. You would think that two old guys, 83 and 77, wouldn't do well, but, you know, they have the poise, and they're going to do well, and they're going to make you pay for it. Woo! So let's calm it down. Let's take a little bit of a breather here. I just flew through those first couple minutes in that first game. I'm just fratched. I'm loving it. I'm very excited for this playoffs. I really want to get our first Stanley Cup in franchise history here in our 7th season. We've worked so hard, and it's crazy how our teams haven't been very different than what we've had in the past. I would argue that our team, aside from our improved goaltending, our forwards and our defense are worse this season than they were last season. And last season we got swept in the second round, and this year we win the President's Trophy. We'll see what we do in the playoffs. First period, Max Domi gets his second goal in his second game here. Colton Parayko comes right back. Second period, no more scoring. 1-1 game heading into the third, being outshot 25-18. The Coyotes are, as we lead the shots, and Alex Ovechkin, the age of 40, the all-time leading goal scorer, puts us ahead 2-1 here. But Andrei Svechnikov, another very good sniper, ties this game up at 2. You got to respect the Coyotes and their manpower. Blake Coleman and their firepower, that is, puts up the Coyotes 3-2. Unless we have a late hero, we don't. So we drop game number 2. David Riddick makes 34 saves. He's a monster. Somehow, we are heading into game 3 with a best of 5 now, going to Arizona, with this series tied up at 1. So let's not let them take the lead here at home, boys. Let's squash all of those possibilities in their mind. First period, 2-0. That's what we like to see, boys. Skylar Pelech scores twice in his 3rd season. The former first overall pick that Arizona traded to us for Drouin and our first round pick, which was not a bad one either, and some other pieces, I think, but he is proving why they should not have traded him. Second period, 2 more goals. Skylar Pelech has 4 goals! He scores the hat trick with 3:24 left and then throws another one in with just a few seconds left in the period. It is 4-0 Huskies, and all 4 goals are from Skylar Pelech, who in Arizona just wants to let everyone know what they missed out on here in Arizona in the desert. You guys traded me away, and this is what I have to tell you. Reinhart gets a late one on Samsonov, but it doesn't matter, as the Huskies win 4-1, and it's a 4-goal performance from Skylar Pelech. 23 saves on 24 shots for Ilya Samsonov, and we go up 2-1 in this series. What an absolutely crazy match for Skylar Pelech, as he now has 5 points in 3 games. Big respect to him. Very well done. In San Diego, the season's over. We finished 42-21-5, and for some reason in the first round we take on a team that was exactly as good as us, going 42-21-5. Okay. And now it's time for game 4, looking to take a 3-1 series lead back to the island of Honolulu. Let's do it, boys. First period, 1-0. Max Domi gets his 3rd goal of the series. 18 shots for us in that period. Second period, no scoring. Heading into the third, it is a 1-0 slim lead. We're doubling the Coyotes' shots, almost, but Eli Tolvanen on the power play gives us a 2-goal lead now. Sam Reinhart comes right back, though. 2 goals in 2 games, and then a power play goal for Nikita Lisson. This game is tied up at 2 halfway through the 3rd period. Power play Coyotes 5-on-3, but we're the best penalty kill in the NHL, and we kill it off. But then we're also the best power play and couldn't capitalize there. Couple minutes left in this one, boys. Are we going to go see overtime power play? Ooh, we're going to go in with a power play for the Coyotes. Shots are 42-27 in our favor, and we are going in with a 2-2 tie. Here in Arizona, a goal for us puts us up 3-1 in this series, and we go home with the possibility to end it, but a goal for the Coyotes ties this series up at 2 and makes it a best of 3. Final seconds of the Coyotes power play. Ooh, they have a 2-on-1 here. Final seconds, Svechnikov. Oh, wow. What an absolute snipe by Ilya Samsonov. Bit of a breakdown there in the final seconds of the power play. Got pinned on the wall. Bit of a disappointing finish there, boys, as an early victory comes through for the Coyotes. As Cole Lynn got hit. Did he even have the puck? No, he didn't have the... Hold on. Oh, he passed the puck. Dumba got pinned on the boards, then a 2-on-1. Svechnikov just bing, rips it by Samsonov. Svechnikov rips it by Samsonov, that is. 40 save performance from David Riddick. I don't know how the guy does it at 83 overall. It's really broken, really frustrating, but this series is not over yet. It's tied up at 2, and we have to know that we have the firepower to keep it going. I'm a bit surprised. I haven't seen anything from Ellis Anderson or Duke Silver through all these simulations. Where have they been? Anderson, okay, he has three points in 4 games, but Duke Silver, where are you, Duke? He has 0 points with 18 shots. Yikes. 18 shots, no goals through 4 games for the almost 60-goal man. So heading back to Honolulu, boys, the series is tied up at 2, and it is now a best of 3. So first period, back at home, early goal. There he is. He answered the call. He heard me calling him out on the radio this morning, and Duke Silver puts it in the back of the net. First period, 2-1. Skylar Pelech gets another. Rocco Grimaldi is somehow on their power play. I guess he's a sniper, but still. But Duke Silver then gets another 50 seconds into the second. He says, I really heard you ripping me this morning on 95.9, on 92.9, on 690, on 800. I was doing the rounds. But Eli Tolvanen also adds a power play goal. And now we are up 4-1 heading into the third period. Not a lot of shots this game, but we're capitalizing. A shorthanded goal from Morgan Riley, the 89 overall, who's on the second defensive pair. We love to see that. Morgan Riley, a great player, who, just because of the talent around him, is relegated to that second unit when he really should be on the first. Peyton Krebs throws in one of his own, and we have a 5-goal lead. That'll be all she wrote, boys. A 6-1 victory in game number 5. A goal and 3 assists for Eli Tolvanen. 2 goals and an assist for Duke Silver. 26 saves from Ilya Samsonov. And that's 7 points in 5 games now for Eli Tolvanen. A playoff performer if I ever knew one. And we have the chance to close it out here in Arizona. We don't want to go back home and have a risk, boys. A risk of going, my goodness, got to go through the AHL, the NHL. No, yes, the things aren't loading, the menus. We don't want to go back home with a chance of losing. Let's go. First period, Blake Coleman scores twice, once shorthanded. Then Jameson Reese scores as well. We're down 3-0. We only managed 5 shots on net. Yikes, what was that goal there? That was a no-angle shot. Look at that one, down by the goal line. Okay, second period, 4-1. Arthur Kaliev scores, but Alexander Barkov keeps the 3-goal lead intact. We're down by 3. Eli Tolvanen, okay, that's the start. Down by 2 now as Tolvanen brings us a bit closer, but we're halfway through the period, and someone else has to get another one. Okay, Ellis Anderson, there he is, the Art Ross winner. And then there's Mikko Rantanen, ties this game up at 4. Those are the Honolulu Huskies I know, boys. What? What? With 33 seconds left, Camden Robbins wins it for the Coyotes, and we're headed to 7. Oh, you're having a laugh. 5-4 win for the Coyotes. What? Come on. That's disgusting. And now we're headed to Game 7? We're the best team in the NHL. We're going to 7 games against the Coyotes? We literally had 20 more wins than them. We had 19 more wins, 12 less losses, 7 less overtime losses. Come on. Who's doing what over here? Ovi, where you been? -1. Perfetti, -3? Cole Lind is 0. Kaliev a goal and an assist. Let's switch Kaliev and Lind. Krebs 1-1. Redden doing 0, but he has no ice time. Trevor Wong, I've seen nothing. Yeah, okay, 3 assists. Pelech, you like what he's doing, and the first line's good. Can't touch that. Lindback's a 0. 0 for Anderson. +6 for Dumba. +7 for Riley. -2 for Kovalev, and a 0 for Janssen. Maybe I switch Riley and Lindback. Unless I switch Riley and Dumba? Could switch Riley and Dumba, because that guy, he is a +6. But I would like to put Riley in that top pair. Let me try Riley and Dumba. Riley and Anderson, and then Lindback and Dumba instead. And Samsonov's been playing well. 912 save percentage, 2.34 goals against. Did Michael DiPietro come into play? No, he didn't. That's from Vancouver. So, wow. Game 7. This video could be over in about 10 minutes once I do the wrap-up, or it could be done in another hour once we go to the next round. So, don't look ahead, don't cheat, but we are crossing the fingers, the toes. Cross your fingers, boys and girls. Game 7 here in Honolulu. Let's do it. First shot of the night goes in. 5-on-3 power play. My goodness. First period. Okay, there we go. Ovechkin on the power play, and then Mats Lindback down on the second pair. Okay, we're up 2-1. Second period. Okay. We let in 2, but we scored 2 of our own. Duke Silver and Cole Lind score for us. The fourth line coming through. Barkov and Kotkaniemi, the first and second line centers for the Coyotes. We're up by 1. 4-3 is the score. We're out shooting them slightly, 22-19. But we need to solidify this, boys. I want a 2-3 goal lead. Power play. Yes, Eli Tolvanen on the power play. That's exactly what we need. 2-goal lead, but Nikita Lisson, a pure monster. 4 goals on 24 shots. No. Power play Coyotes. Long power play. Oh my goodness. Pause the simulation. Sveshnikov on the power play. Who got that? Double minor high stick from Pelech? Bello, what are you doing? 5 minutes are left in this one. It is a 5-5 game. I'm not going to go in to see it because that's going to jinx me. I'll go in if it goes to overtime. I'm not going in. Shots are tied at 32. I'm taking a timeout here, boys. Timeout on the bench. 5 minutes left. We're going to let the Coyotes beat us after the season that we had? Play like 4 people who were above point per game. We had the top 2 scorers in the NHL. Bobby Orr's on our team. Let's go, boys. 5 minutes left. Okay, Mats Lindback. I said get out there and score a goal, and he does. And then Matt Dumba, let's go! 7-5, and the Honolulu Huskies are through to the second round. The speech did it, boys. Mats Lindback scores 2 goals in this game, down on the second pair, and Matt Dumba, that second unit on the second defensive pair of Lindback and Dumba went off tonight. That was a great line change, and I'm glad I made it. Dumba and Lindback combined for 5 points, and they were both +2. Absolutely, positively love to see it. Nikita Lisson, though, respect to him, 2 goals and an assist, and Barkov even, a goal and 3 assists. But Mats Lindback was the hero tonight. Honolulu, born and raised. Mikko Rantanen, strained hamstring. It's only till May 1st, thankfully, but that does mean some lines are going to have to be swapped around, so let me see what I can figure out. So we're going to roll like this with Ovechkin up on the top line, gives it a +3. He has the poise, he has the shooting. It's all good. I trust him. Second line stays the same. Third line, Malatesta comes in because if he goes to the fourth, he gives it a -2 or a -1. So, and then if I could do that, but I prefer to just put Malatesta up here. And he doesn't have good face-offs, even though he's a centerman. He's a playmaker. Hopefully that works out, being with Arthur Kaliev. Cole Perfetti can maybe wake up a little bit. It's not for long, though, so it's not a big deal. On the power play, Trevor Wong will take Rantanen's spot. And life goes on, so he should be back for, we'll see in a second once we get our matchup, which is going to be up against the San Jose Sharks. That's going to be a tough one. I don't think we've faced them yet in the playoffs. So May 1st is when Rantanen's fully back. Don't want to rush him back yet. That's only going to be game 5, so we'll see him then. But for now, we just got to keep on going without him. The Sharks had a 47-31-4 regular season. In the playoffs, they took on probably Vegas? No, the Canucks. They beat them in 6 games. The Blues beat Vegas in 5 games. Interesting. So the last 8 teams in the league are Blues, Preds, Huskies, Sharks, Hurricanes, Islanders, Lightning, Canadiens. That makes sense in the East for sure. Those are definitely the 4 best teams out there. Player stats quickly. Tolvanen had 11 points through 7 games. Pelech, Domi, Anderson, and Rantanen were all point per game. Lindback had 6 in 7. Silver and Dumba with 5. Everyone else with 4, 3, 2. And Kovalev and Janssen with 0. -5 and -3 respectively. Hopefully they wake up a little bit. I have to bring Justin Barron in for one of them. Kovalev had such a good regular season. Don't want to have to take him out or anything. But let's go check out the San Jose Sharks' lines. They're pretty close to us on the coast here. We see a lot of them. A lot of fans come out for the game. They fly out in their little water jets or whatever you call them. A little bit of a ride. But of course, it is Connor McDavid who is the anchor of this team. Michael Dal Cole, an original Honolulu Husky, who never did more than 11 points in 40 games, goes to San Jose, 46, 57, 63 points. Now he's a monster somehow, 84 overall. It's a good line. Elias Lindholm, and the second line is great too. Gurianov and DeBrusk are great wingers. Connor Dewar is not that great, but they make it work. Schmaltz, Gauthier, Adam Ernie. Jordan Eberle is on the 4th line. He scored, 72 points? Yeah, 72 points this season in 82 games. Now he's on the 4th line for Adam Ernie up here. So, And there's even Jeremy Bracco, also a former original Honolulu Husky. Went to Vancouver for a couple of years, found his place in San Jose, 52-point season this past year. My goodness. Then on defense, Shabbat and Hronik. Ooh, boy, Thomas Shabbat, 91 overall. But then Boudin and Devontae, Sebastian Aho, and Madison Bowie. Not the greatest second and third unit there. And for goaltenders, then not sure, Carter Hart, right? Yeah, 89 overall, Carter Hart. He didn't have great numbers in regular season, but he can definitely turn it on in the playoffs, I'm sure. Backed up by Samuel Montembeault. And no big scratches here. Tyro Hiroshi is a pretty good player. And Ryan Paling's even out here. 27 years old, 80 overall. Sheesh. So it's definitely going to be a tough one, boys, but we are a good team. We're coming off a big 7-game series against the Coyotes. Round number 2, last time we were here, we got swept in 4. So let's make history. Let's build on this historic season and go even deeper than our franchise ever has. Let's do it. First period, 1-0 Huskies, Eli Tolvanen. If you saw the Anaheim Ducks franchise mode, you know that this guy eats the playoffs for breakfast. Second period, 1-1 as Jake DeBrusk ties it up at 1. Jake the Snake, power play for the Sharks that we kill off. Shots are pretty even. We're tied at 1. This is a pretty evenly matched matchup here, halfway through the third period. And Madison Bowie, that's brutal. 2-1 Sharks. Anything can happen in the playoffs. People like Madison Bowie coming out and ripping it from the blue line. Late power play, but nothing comes from it. As we lose game number 1, 2-1 against the Sharks. 27 saves from Ilya Samsonov, but it wasn't enough as Madison Bowie gets the winner. And we're heading into game number 2. We're still at home. Yeah, we always have home ice advantage being the President's Trophy winners. Up against the Sharks at home for game number 2. Let's tie it up just like last series and make it a best of 5 as we move on to the road. Let's go. First period, 2-0 Sharks. McDavid and Eberle. Man, second period, 3-2. Okay, we get a couple of our own. Duke Silver scores twice, once shorthanded. Connor McDavid adds a power play goal, though. We're down by 1 heading into the third. Who's going to tie it up quickly for me? Come on, long power play for the Sharks. Of course, McDavid gets another power play goal. That's a hat trick for McDavid. It's going to be tough to beat McDavid. The Sharks is one thing, but McDavid is another. Come on, boys. 4 goals for Connor McDavid. But Eli Tolvanen, we have a little bit of life. It's not going to be enough, though. No. As we drop it 5-3. Eli Tolvanen with a goal. 2 goals, 1 assist for Duke Silver, but 4-goal performance from 96 overall Connor McDavid. But we have Duke Silver. He's 96 overall, and he has a +3 in chemistry. He should be a 99 overall. He is a 99 overall. But I think we might have to change up some line combinations here. Ovechkin hasn't done anything in those. Maybe he got some assists or something, but maybe I put Pelech would only make it a +1. Wong would keep it up +1, and Domi would keep it up +1. That's the problem. I'm not going to put Kaliev up here. Tolvanen and Silver they're the scoring power. Maybe I need to put Domi up there as a playmaker. Ovechkin can stay down here on the second line maybe. It's only a +1 and a +1, but sometimes you can't always go with the pluses. But now for defense you definitely can. +10, +3. It's this third unit. Pavel Kovalev's a -7. I'm sorry, Pavel. I literally love you like a son. But I need to bring Justin Barron in here, I think. I'm sorry. Justin Barron's going to come in for Pavel Kovalev. Let's keep it rolling. Mikko Ranson's back in a couple games, but we may not be there if we get swept. So we're at the SAP, the SAP Center in San Jose. We're down 2-0. We need to get back into the series right now. Who is going to show me that they want to get back in this series? Let's see who it is. Nobody. It's Denis Gurianov. I'll give you another chance. Who wants to show me that they're ready to get back in this series? Okay, Eli Tolvanen and Alex Ovechkin. Those are the boys that I know have passion and quote to get back in this series. We're up 2-1 here in the third period. We're outshooting them 27-19. Let's do it, boys. Come on. Let's hang on tight. Let's add another. I'd love to put us ahead by 2, even 3, but I'm not going to be greedy. Power play, okay. Cole Perfetti scores in the power play, his first goal of the playoffs. We're up 3-1 now, and that should be enough as we dwindle the minutes down. And we take game number 3 with 35 shots. We score 3 goals past Carter Hart, and 26 save performance from Ilya Samsonov. Ovechkin on the second line worked out, and we're now down in the series 2-1. Eli Tolvanen, 15 points for him in 10 games. I don't want to bring Rantanen back. We can hold on for one more game. I don't want to risk a long-term injury that would really keep him out till the end of the third round or something, you know. Okay, first period. Let's tie this series up. And it's Alex Ovechkin on the power play. That is what we love to see, from the point even. Second period, we're being outshot 26-14, holding on to a 1-0 lead. Ilya Samsonov is standing strong. We need to beat Carter Hart a couple more times here, boys. Come on, 30 shots that we've faced. Let's get something going. Only one goal from the great 8. The age of 40, the old man had to do it. Come on, boys, 1-0. We want our captain to come back to something good. Mikko Rantanen, our captain. And what? With 11 seconds left, Julien Gauthier scores on Ilya Samsonov. That's a killer, man. Oh my goodness, not even a scramble in front, just from the hash marks. And we are headed to overtime. Here in overtime of game number 4, a goal for us ties the series up at 2, but a goal for the Sharks gives them a 3-1 series lead, headed back to Honolulu. Michael Dalcol, the former Honolulu Husky. Philip Hronik at the point. Broken up. Elias Lindholm to Michael Dalcol. Huge glove save from Ilya Samsonov. Robs him with the glove. Beautiful. Eli Tolvanen to Ellis Anderson. Over to Max Domi. Gets thrown into their universe, but Ellis Anderson says, it's okay. Send him to the Shadow Realm, because I'm going to take this puck and roof it into the rings of Saturn. Let's go, boys. This series is tied up at 2. Ellis Anderson gets it done. Max Domi was collateral damage. That's okay. He gets BAM! That player concerned himself with a hit. No problem. Ellis Anderson is just going to bing, snip it past Carter Hart. Oh, goodness gracious. This series is tied up at 2. A huge 35 save performance from Ilya Samsonov. Even Carter Hart had a great game, but Ellis Anderson was just too much for both of them. Well, for both of them. Samsonov maybe is overcome with emotions of joy, but Carter Hart, he was too much for him as he snipped it past the glove. This series is tied at 2. It's now a best of 3, just like last series. We're headed back home. Mikko Rantanen is back in the lineup. Let's get him in. Malatesta in 4 games was a -3, so good thing he's gone, I guess. Oh, baby, it is Game 5 at Diamond Head Arena. Mikko Rantanen's back in the lineup. The captain is here. Let's get a leg up in this series. And there he is. Oh, my goodness, there he is. As if coming down from the clouds of heaven, Mikko Rantanen on the first shot of the game, 17 seconds in, and then just keeps coming. Just eat up, boys. Just keep the dinner bowls coming here at the buffet. Alex Ovechkin on the power play, Skylar Pelech on the power play. It is 4-0 through the first period. Ellis Anderson adds one of his own past Mutombo, who came in for Carter Hart, who got shamed out of the net. It is 4-0. Second period, 4-1, whatever. Elias Lindholm, okay. We're up by 3. Here in the third period, Cole Lind says, I want in on the action a little bit. We say, come on in, Cole. You signed that 1-year, $2 million contract last year. You deserve to come and score a goal. Gurianov gets a power play goal. We're still up by 3 with 7 minutes left. No problemo. Arthur Kaliev says, I sat in the press box all last season. I deserve a goal too. And we say, come on in, my friend. And then Cole Perfetti throws one in too. And then Julien Gauthier says, well, I don't want to miss out, but we say, get out of here. Oh, goodness, what a game that was. We went 4 goals in the first, 3 goals in the second. Mikko Rantanen scores a goal and 3 assists in his return. The captain is back. Cole Perfetti got a goal and assist, but you can't forget about old man Ovi back down to the third line. A goal and 2 assists from him. We win Game 5 by a score of 7-3. We were down 2-0 in the series. Now we're up 3-2, looking to close it out in San Jose to go to the conference finals. Can we get through the second round for the first time in franchise history? First period, oh boy. Boudin scores twice, and Shabbat gets one as well. Boo! 3-0 Sharks. Okay. Second period. Okay. Cole Perfetti, he's scoring some goals here. We are down by 2 here in the third period. This is doable. Let's get a goal. Okay, Matt Dumba, there he is, taking those good hometown contracts. But Connor McDavid scores a power play goal. I think that's his first goal since his 4-goal game 2 or 3 games ago. I think that was 3 games ago. But we're down by 2 with 5 minutes left. We need something soon if it's going to happen. Doesn't look like it. No, McDavid adds another. McDavid just a scoring machine, man. Oh, 2 goals for him, 2 goals for Boudin, and a 31 save performance for Carter Hart. And guess what, boys? We are going to Game 7. Do we keep the defense as it is? Barron, how you doing? -1 in 4 games, not bad. It's passable. Dumba plus 15, pure tank. Lindback plus 6, Riley plus 9. Anderson's a 0, but he has 10 points. I don't think I'm going to touch any of the defense. Forwards, Redden's a -2, Krebs plus 2, Cole Lind. Bottom 6 is doing all right. 7 points in 13 games for Cole Perfetti. I think we'll keep it as it is, boys. Mikko Rantanen, welcome back. He has 11 points in 9 games. Last year we got swept in 4. We've already beaten our record. We've made it to 7. Round 2, Game 7 is already the furthest we've ever gone. But we don't want to stop here, boys. We want to go to the conference finals against the Predators, against Ellis Anderson's old team. We want to live. We want to go to the conference finals for the first time in franchise history in year number 7. And it all comes down to tonight. Game 7, round 2. Show me who has it. Eli Tolvanen, you have it, my friend. And so does Mikko Rantanen, our captain. That's why he has the C on his jersey. Madison Bowie gets 1 for the Sharks. We're up 2-1. Second period. Connor McDavid. 2 power play goals in less than 3 minutes. In like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Who got the penalties here? What happened? What? Hooking, slashing, high sticking, holding. What's going on? Look at all these penalties. We had 3 penalties over the course of 1 minute and 13 seconds. Man, a minor, and a double minor. Then a holding 3 minutes later. That was a killer right there. Third period, we're down 3-2. We might hop in. Power play. Power play, there he is. Mikko Rantanen, I love you. Power play again. Nothing from that. Mikko Rantanen, you are such a legend, man. That's why I took him with my first pick. Power play. Power play. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, pause. Jordan Eberle. 72 points this season. They bury him on the 4th line, and he's going to be one who comes in and scores? I don't think so. There's 3 minutes left in this game. We're down by 1. That was a real backbreaker. Let's go in and tie this game up. 3 minutes left in this period, boys. Game number 7. We need to score a goal to at least tie this up, because if we don't, the Sharks will move on to the conference finals. I shouldn't have made it. Oh, what are you doing? Tripping? No one tripped? No one tripped? Oscar Janssen? No one tripped? What's going on? What? No, that's a backbreaker. We need to score, boys. Don't just dump it. We need to score. Come on. We need a goal. Morgan Riley going through traffic. Puts it right on Hart, though, when he makes the save. I'd love to hop in here and play this and score a goal or something, because I don't know if their computer AI brains know that we need to score a goal and not kill a penalty. One-timer, huge blocked shot there from Dumba. Final minute here. Duke Silver over the blue line. Come on, Duke. Dumba, rip that. Riley, Tolvanen, the boys are out. Riley, don't circle it around, but okay. Pull the goalie. Tolvanen, just wide. And, okay, 4-on-4, power play for the Sharks. Okay, and we pull our goalie, so it'll be a 5-on-4 power play. Okay. Tripping for Jordan Eberle. That's right, get in the box, Jordan Eberle. Come on. What are you doing? You're laying your body down like that. Disrespectful to the game. That's right. Jeer him, my fans. Jeer him. Tolvanen and Domi are on. We have a goalie pulled. It must be Duke Silver out there as well. Yeah, it is. Come on, boys. No, why did Domi take the face-off, actually? 77 face-offs. Attack! Come on, Domi. Tolvanen. 30 seconds. Duke Silver. Rip that. Come on, Bello. Riley. Good save. We need someone for the rebound. Tolvanen. In front. Silver! You have pad save. Oh, my goodness. Come on, get that puck off him. Don't let him skate in. Don't let him skate in. What are you doing? What are you doing? doing? Why do you let him just skate in? Not even a wrist shot. I mean, not even like a hard shot with power. He just flicks it into the net and you watch it go. No. No, no, no. Why don't they know? Why don't their brains know that they can't let the goal go in? President's Trophy winning team. We go out in 7 games to the San Jose Sharks. And that's it. That is it, boys. The Sharks take us down in 7. Pretty much single-handedly thanks to Connor McDavid. 4 goals on 28 shots, 1 empty netter. 2 goals and an assist for McDavid. Rantanen, man. He deserves a cup. What a fighter Mikko Rantanen is. In the AHL, are we still alive? Yeah, we're still alive in the AHL. We'll keep watch of that. It must be the finals? Conference finals against Texas. Crazy season for them, 50 wins. So I'll see when we have a cup winner. I'm gonna take care of the scouting updates and all that, and I'll see you when the playoffs are over. So for the second straight season, we lose in the second round to the team that would go on to win the Stanley Cup, and this year was the San Jose Sharks, anchored by Connor McDavid. We even lost in San Diego to the Texas Stars, the team that ended up going to win the Calder Cup. So in both the AHL and the NHL, we lost to the team that would eventually win the Stanley Cup. So let's see how they did it. Let's check out the awards and everything. LA, so pretty fair draft lottery here. LA from 2 to 1, Columbus 1 to 2, Toronto stays at 3. No big jumps or anything like that, which is nice to see. Retired players we're going to check out. So Alex Ovechkin calls it a career on Honolulu. 1,747 points, 914 goals in 1,634 games. Big congrats to Alex Ovechkin. Sidney Crosby gets over 1,000 assists. 1 goal shy of 700, scoring 1,739 points. Their entire careers were intertwined with each other, and they go out together. A very fitting end. And even Evgeny Malkin retires. Did he play in the NHL this last season? Yeah, he did. He got 23 points in 61 games. Bit of a tough finish, but 75 overall. 1,512 points in 1,404 games. Ilya Kovalchuk goes out at the age of 43. My goodness, can't believe he was still there. Did he win the cup with the Texas Stars, or did he play in Dallas? Yeah, he did. 55 points in 71 games. He won the Calder Cup to go out. Jonathan Toews, right after playing with us last season, goes out with the Detroit Red Wings. Chris Letang. Jordan Eberle goes out with the Stanley Cup. Radulov, Jordan Staal, PK Subban. They're only 37. A bunch of guys here, like Killorn only 36. Sam Gagner. That's about it. Greg Pateryn, Daniel Carr, legends. For the goalies who retired this season, Carey Price at the age of 38. Wow, 486 wins, 436 losses. A tough end of his career playing with Toronto, I guess. Yeah, didn't have great last seasons here. He went about 500. He was about 500 or worse almost every season of this fantasy draft. This 631-6? What? How was his record that bad 2 years ago? 631-6. Wow. So a tough end of the career of Carey Price. He couldn't get a cup. Tuukka Rask retires. He had a great career. Almost as many wins as Price in 260 less games. Jake Allen, Aaron Dell. But man, Alex Ovechkin, Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, Kovalchuk, Toews, Letang, a huge retiring class in the class of 2026. Sidney Crosby is now a coach as well. That's cool. Keep note of that, everybody. No retired coaches in the NHL. No retired coaches in the NHL, thankfully. Don't want to do any draft interviews. I tried to press 3 times to exit the sim. It brought me right to June 22nd. So I wanted to scout one more player in particular that I had on my list that I didn't get scouted enough. But hey, system didn't want to let me do it. No problem. So let's check out all the things that happened in the after we got eliminated in the second round. The Sharks beat the Predators in 5 games, and then it was Mikey Bruno and the Lightning against Connor McDavid and the Sharks won in 7 games, while the Lightning took out the Islanders in 5. That is not easy. But Texas took us out in 6, beat Laval, the Canadiens team, farm affiliate, in 5. In the playoffs, Eli Tolvanen led the way, scoring 18 points in 14 games for us. A great playoffs from him. Mikko Rantanen, 13 points in 10 games, 4 less games, second in points. Man, Duke Silver, Ellis Anderson, 11 points each. Domi and Dumba both scored 9. Glad I got them signed back up. Plus 16 for Dumba. Gotta respect it. Riley 9, Pellick 8. Everyone down here. Tough plus minuses for the last deep pair. The last deep pair killed us, but I don't get it. The last deep pair. Why are they playing 15 minutes a night when they're the last deep pair? Ilya Samsonov did well. He was above 900 and above 3 goals against. Below 3 goals against. So it wasn't Samsonov's fault, that's for sure. He did well with us, and I'm glad that we had him on the team this year. Carter Hart, he had decent numbers, but it was really Connor McDavid. 29 points in 25 games with 19 goals. Guryanov had 25. Lindholm 20. Dal Cole is a Stanley Cup champion with 17 there. Going through the awards of this season, the Stanley Cup to the Sharks, President Trophy to Honolulu, Campbell and Prince of Wales there, but let's see the individual awards. Art Ross goes to Ellis Anderson, as we know. Who gets the Hart? Is it going to be Anderson or Silver? It's Duke Silver winning his second Hart Memorial Trophy. Big respect to Duke Silver winning his second Hart. James Norris, of course, unquestionably goes to Ellis Anderson. Lady Bing also goes to Ellis Anderson. Big night of Hartware for him. Harkins win the Calder. Conn Smythe gets to McDavid, of course. Vezina to Eddie Fontaine for the second straight season. Yeah. Jennings to Samsonov, though. That's nice to see. At least he got a little bit of respect on his name. Masterton to a random guy. Jack Adams to Desbiens, coach of the Blue Jackets. Selke to Barkov. Ted Lindsay to Duke Silver for the second time. And Maurice Richard to Mikey Bruno. AHL, any awards here? No awards for us there. So a big end to the season, boys. It was tough to go out like that. We did very well, and now heading into the off-season, we need to think about contracts, as always, the draft and all that good stuff. The only contract that we really need to get done is Skylar Pellick, who I anticipate will cost me about, if I give him, let's say I go max 18, I don't know. I could either go long-term for but if I let him go to free agency, it'll be 7, but he'll still be an RFA. So I could go 8 years, 11 mil, or I could go 5 years, 9.25 mil, or something like that. But I'll have more money freed up once Cole Lind leaves. Peyton Krebs, I'm not sure about him. I'll probably just qualify and trade Suzuki and Williams as well. So we'll figure all that out next episode. And besides that, we just got to figure out the draft as well. Looking at the draft class, there are some good players in there. There's a first overall pick's going to be a franchise sniper, Ezra Pittis from the USA. Not so much anyone. That doesn't really make sense. There's some other good players in the draft here. We're picking late, of course, being President's Trophy winners. So I think we pick even later than this. I'm not sure whether the stars are here, but there are definitely some good selections. If we pick around here, medium top 6s will be nice. Maurice Sauvé, low elite, offensive defenseman. Even if we pick a bit later, yeah, it's not that great a little bit later on. But there's a lot of good gems in here. Medium top 6s late in the draft. There's another guy who's low franchise, who I tried to get scouted more. It never got above 2 bars low franchise. But concerning the elite players, this guy's guaranteed medium elite, a goalie at 58th overall I'll try and get. This guy's another goalie who could be medium elite, a winger, I'm not going to be able to get him. But this guy's a 2-bar medium elite grinder from Norway. This guy's Hungarian from 1-bar medium elite. Then of course you have all the low elites. So I'm going to go through, pin all the people that I want. But concerning my picks for this draft, especially my first round pick, the draft board says that my pick is 27th overall, and then I have round 2, pick 16 as well, so around 42, 43, 44. So I pick at 27 and then around 42. So at 27 each, these guys would probably be gone. I could try and trade up maybe for this left wing 2-way forward, Marcel Biron. I like him, but he's only 5'9", that's the problem, 3 years away. Is there anyone else? Maybe this guy, Robert Ekman Larson. He's 6'1", a 2-way centerman, similar to Jakub Voracek. I like left and right wing 2-way forwards, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of them out here. That guy's not too great. I have to trade up for Yanni Lutnin, who's 1 year away, similar to Phil Kessel. Maybe he's more of a sniper than a 2-way probably. Aside from that, there's high top 9, this guy Polish. There's Quinton Chichu, a Swiss 2-way center, similar to Sean Couturier. But yeah, that's about it. Not going to trade for the second overall pick, I don't think. Similar to Mark Messier. Yeesh, line cow. So if I could trade up, that would be cool. So let me know your thoughts. If those picks are available, like somewhere in the top 3, should I trade up to try and get a guy like Langkow. Let me know your thoughts on the first overall pick. Any contract deals you think should move. I'm thinking maybe Arthur Kaliev gets traded along with Suzuki and Josh Williams. Do you like the goalies? Do you like the top 6? Who do we get on the third line to fill in for Alex Ovechkin? It's more of a problem for free agency. But that's about it for this one, boys. Thank you for watching. I'm very excited to head into year number 8. The team is slowly getting better and better, and I really think year 8 could be something big if we just get a little bit of better pieces, maybe on the third deep pair, the bottom 6. But we're getting there, especially with big years from Ellis Anderson and Duke Silver. Sadly, it was a bit all for naught, but gave the Sharks a good run, and hey, we can say we lost the Stanley Cup champions. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, putting out daily NHL and FIFA content with my Honolulu series here in NHL and my Trapani Calcio series in FIFA, rebuilding the lowest rated team in Italy. So I'm looking forward to incorporating all of your ideas in the comments. I'll take a day off of uploads to wait and see what all you have to say, as I've been bombarding you with uploads. So once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.